TED Talk. I've been thinking the same, about to drop a little knowledge in this bitch for change until the heads knock. We've been real from the jump, now everybody just shut the fuck up. Welcome to my TED Talk.
And we're live.
Hello. So, I feel like we've done this so many times.
I think this is our
third introduction.
Intro.
But it's like, we're going to get this right.
But do you ever get it right? Because Restart?
No, we're not restarting.
We ain't restarting this shit.
Fine.
No, that shit's going.
We live.
Listen, that's just part of the show. Okay, so quick introduction. So this one will actually be the first one actually going up on our YouTube.
The second one intro we did was pretty fucking boring.
Was it really?
No.
No.
But it was.
No, it wasn't. No. So anyways, check it out. This is Cave Talk. My name is Rocky Faith.
I'm Tyler Faith.
No. You
I like the party. My name's Rocky Faith. I'm Tyler Sackett here.
Holy shit. Can you imagine we both had the same last name?
They were brothers, bro.
Oh, we're married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we started the show, this segment up because we wanted to just talk about anything and everything. Mental health, family, work, a lot of work.
Basically everything.
Yeah, bodybuilding, fitness.
Guys do everything anyways. If you go to the gym, you got a job, usually. Unless you're like a pro bodybuilder or a drug dealer.
What else do we want to talk about? We want to talk about dating.
Whew.
Everything.
I know you want to get into that talk, so.
Do I? Not yet.
Dude, you have good stories now.
Horrible but good stories. Like bad stories. Like, why the fuck did I do that at 39, 40 years old? Stories.
You're supposed to do it at any time.
Really?
Sponsored by Hunters.
We'll pick one. We'll pick one topic. We'll pick one story, but that's later on. We got other good stuff to talk about.
Man. So good story. So how does this story have to go? What kind of scenario is good? Are we doing a family story or are we doing a girl story?
You know what? Let's talk about family, okay? Because we both kind of grew up in like, I don't call them traumatic experiences, but you know, to normal people, they would have been considered family trauma.
We're hood, bro.
I'm trailer park. I don't tell people I'm hood. I tell them trailer park because I am.
Is it better to be hood or hillbilly?
No.
Which one's worse?
What's worse?
Yeah.
Hillbilly.
Why?
They do weird shit, man.
Well, just because you fuck your sister.
Exactly. No, you know, yeah, hillbilly. Whenever you think of hillbilly, you think of like them eating animals that they're not supposed to eat, like raccoons or squirrels and shit. Yeah. Touching their family members. That's like always a fucking number one for some reason.
Is that uncle?
It's always an uncle. It doesn't matter what family you come from. It's always a fucking uncle. There's that one uncle where everyone's like, stay the fuck away from Rigo. Rigo will touch you. You don't want to. Do not go in a room. You go in a room with Rigo by yourself, you're in trouble and you know it. All the kids warn you. It's your uncle.
What percentage? I don't want to get into that though. That's bad.
We should look at
percentage. How many kids get touched compared to not? Is it normal not to, or is it normal to?
If you were to
it's not normal.
Hold on. So if you were to
What's normal?
If you were to get 10 people in a room, let's do this study. We'll do this on our own. Fuck these other studies. Let's do our own kind of study. Let's pick 10 people. We can go to the gym. We grab 10 people, and we say, "Hey, we're gonna ask you a serious question. We're not gonna name you, but just be honest with us. Have you ever had a family member touch you before growing up?"
6 out of 10 would lie.
I was gonna say 6 out of 10 would lie.
Yes. No, maybe not high. Yeah, it matters what age they are. Yes.
Really?
Some are hidden in the closet, almost like gay.
Oh, okay. Scared. So we have to ask.
It's a bad thing, but
anyone 30 and over should be honest. You think?
Yeah.
I would say 7 out of 10 have been touched by a family member.
You know, I don't know if my sisters have.
Raise your hand if a family member's touched you, Tyler.
No. The thing is, I didn't even know what a blowjob was until I was 16. So if you aren't messed with, I think you're a little behind. That sounds so bad.
Uncle Rico taught me everything I know.
When that happens, you know what sex is. I didn't know what it was, just like Santa Claus.
You didn't know what playing tummy sticks was?
No.
You didn't get introduced to that game?
Not okay.
Let's play tummy sticks. So, yeah, anyways.
Sorry to those people out there that we're talking about this, but.
Yeah, hey, you know what? That's part of family trauma. Mm-hmm. So, there's stuff to deal with. So, I've got fun stories. I have one. Okay, I shouldn't name the sibling, because none of our family members know the story yet, and I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it to how it was told to me, so it's obviously it's not going to be exact from the person's mouth. But we had family that would like pick fights with each other. You know, like our brothers and sisters, like we all fought, and the fights would turn really, really nasty. So I had one sibling.
This isn't a fight.
This is
where you put your bottle all in their face.
Well, that was like revenge. Like I had a brother, dude, that like he was so fucking annoying growing up, and I hated this, but he would do the most, like you'd be sitting there not doing anything, like I'd be sitting there doing homework or something, and he'd get right in my ear, and he'd put his hand like this on his fucking chin, and he'd be like, ee, ee, ee. And it was like nonstop though. I'm talking, that shit would go on for like hours until you fucking punch him in the face. And then like he'd start crying, and like you welted on his ass, and you feel bad because you like beat the shit out of him. But do you imagine someone for 2 hours just going in your face like, ee, 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 like just non-fucking stop? Where you're saying, please stop doing that.
I know someone like that.
Don't do that anymore. Who does that?
My wife.
Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
She does that too. She goes, ee, ee.
Yeah, sometimes.
Dude, let me see her do that. I'll die laughing.
Oh, man.
So, anyways, this brother would literally fuck with every single one of his siblings. Derek, call your little ass out. So Derek would fuck with all of us in some type of way.
Is he tough?
No. I don't know.
Derek.
I mean, he's in his 30s now. He better be tough. I mean, he got his ass kicked by us
Oh,
enough.
no, he's tough.
You gotta be.
If you got brothers that got your ass whooped?
Yeah, because I beat the shit out of him. Like, there were times where I was like,
Rocky's
felt bad.
tough.
It was not good. Like, he would catch a punch that he didn't. He deserved it, but not as hard. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't have to hit him as hard, but I was so fucking frustrated. I was like, I'm just gonna fucking lay into him.
So when you punch like someone you love or your family member, you usually fucking hit them. But if you're gonna hit them hard, usually you like back off a little bit.
Yeah, you pull back.
You went fucking hardcore.
No, I never followed through. No, it was a pullback, but it was like it should pull back probably a little bit sooner. You know,
he punched through. He's like, oh, I gotta stop.
No, you never punch through when you're hitting family. So, anyways, Derek decided one day to pee in one of our siblings' shampoo bottles. Not going to name the sibling, but he peed in her shampoo bottle. I'm going to give it away.
How did she know?
So, it's something fucking Derek would do, and I don't know how she knew, to actually be honest with you, but she went in there, and she went to pop her shampoo bottle open to wash her hair. And now, mind you, we're fucking trailer park poor, okay? Straight up trailer park poor. My mom's not going to go buy a new fucking bottle of shampoo for my sister. It ain't happening. So my sister pops a bottle open, and you just smell like...
Oh, it was
like
the yellow kind.
Yeah, yes, like pneumonia kind of like...
You partied hard and you haven't drank water in 2 days. You go
but think about it. This is like a 13-year-old boy... little fucking skater kid, fucking peeing in a shampoo bottle. You know he's like hopped up on fucking Sunny D, fucking Coca-Cola, and fucking Cheetos.
Yeah.
That is not gonna smell good.
No.
So he does this, and my fucking sister loses her mind. Okay.
She put it on her hair.
No. She smelt it. Like, she could smell it in the fucking bathroom. Like, it was gross.
I got a good story on that, but it's not family, but keep going. Some other time. It's a good one.
If it's a
beer, pee, let's do this.
We'll tell. I got one too, so we'll save those. So, anyway, she goes downstairs and she starts, fucking telling my mom, like, hey, he peed in my shampoo bottle. I'm fucking tired of his shit. And my mom's like, grow up. No, he didn't. You're making it up. Like, anytime my sister would say something, it was like, it didn't happen. Like, my mom was one of those. Like, my mom, like, loved the boys and treated my sister like dog shit. I don't know why. All the stories I hear now, I'm like, how did you go through that? That's crazy.
She's
like,
awesome. Oh.
She went through a lot of shit. So, loses her mind. Oh, shit, I said the sister's name.
I was trying to.
It was bound to come out. So, anyways, fast forward to a week or so, okay? Mind you, not forget. And if she's going to get her fucking revenge, it's going to be hard and swift and strong. I knew we're 10 years apart. I knew at 17 not to fuck with this little 7-year-old. I knew that she would jack me up if I did, so I became best friends with her growing up. So
you guys were pretty close, huh?
We were super close. Yeah, super close. So anyways, Derek's downstairs. This is a morning, and he's making his breakfast, his cereal, And
What kind of cereal was it? Do you remember?
I don't know what his kind of cereal he liked.
She peed in the milk.
Nah, that would have been. This is even better than peeing in milk. Okay, so he pours the cereal. He puts milk in it. He goes to put the box of cereal away. As he did this, like he left the fridge door open, and my sister, the way she explains it is, there was like a split second. She saw these bottles inside the fridge of milk. Now, the one story I didn't tell everyone is my mom used to run a daycare. Still, actually does do daycares, but ran a daycare out of the house. These bottles in the fridge were for these infants that a mother brought basically breast milk in for the kids. So she grabbed this woman's breast milk, and mind you, like I can picture and I know exactly.
Is it chunky?
So anyway, she pours the milk into the cereal and like caps it real quick, puts it in the fridge and closes it. And then Derek comes back, gets his cereal, and he starts eating it. And he like looks at my mom and he's like, "It tastes sour. It's clumpy." And my mom goes and looks at the milk jug. And she goes, "There's nothing wrong with the milk. The expiration date isn't for another couple of weeks. It's fine. Just eat your cereal." So he's eating it, and every bite, I guess, was like, he's like, "No, it tastes sour. It doesn't taste right."
How did you find out?
They never did. I'm the one fucking sharing the story. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, no one ever knew except for me and my sister. So my sister had to run upstairs.
That's not a joke.
Dude. So they're going to find out now. But my sister had to run upstairs because she was dying fucking laughing, and she, didn't want to expose herself. But that's what she did. She got her revenge. Like, and no one knew about it until now. 20 years later, he's going to be learning about what happened to him.
Oh, man. I've been really mad afterwards.
Dude. So, Derek, you straight up drank rotten breast milk.
You ate the whole thing.
Ate the whole thing.
You didn't even know you took it for the team.
And you thought the milk was expired. It was fresh.
Yeah, it was real vitamin D.
Yeah. So what's yours, man? That's mine.
Shoot. I don't have too many stories with the girls.
Siblings.
With my sisters.
Gotta have something, dude.
We're far apart like you and Ashley. So
Okay.
I got the whole fucking gainer her off the house into their. My sister's right behind the camera, so she's sitting here like, yeah, this fucking guy. But I would say we don't have any, do we?
You have nothing with your siblings? Like no cool stories?
Huh?
Used to bully us.
Yeah, that's what brother did.
Did they ever do anything to get you back?
No, they're too
You were
small.
terrifying.
They were terrible.
I was like 135 pounds, ripped. I didn't even drive you guys around ever.
Not till later.
Not even now.
Huh.
So me and my sisters are far apart, and they just started working here with, I guess, with Rocky.
They started working with us.
With us. And I'm kind of just getting to know them again. It's kind of weird.
You're getting to know the
I
adult
know my
version.
sisters, but it's been a long time. I don't hang out with them.
So-
we don't have a crazy relationship. We're like 10 and 11 years apart. So when they were 10 or 11, I was 21 in the union, going to school all the time, all that.
So doing
I had
adult stuff.
Yeah. And then I jumped into a relationship, got married, all that.
That's how, I went to the Army, came back, I talked, I was always close. I always talked to my sister.
Yeah.
But there was a period of time where I was with someone, married for quite some time, but I was with someone for almost 10 years, and my relationship lacked with my sister. It was just this last year where we kind of rebuilt that. So kind of like what you're doing with your sisters, where your sisters are now here working with you. My sister started working with me about a year ago.
Yeah. That's the same. So basically, I have those stories where you pull out the tooth. I pulled Kylie's tooth out. I got twin sisters, and Kylie and Erica. And one of their tooth was falling out, and I pulled it with the door, and it was bleeding everywhere. She was crying. I don't think you did that with me.
She was 18. So, in real honesty, Tyler,
I got fucked up shit with my dad. My dad's like my brother, and he's not, but yeah, he's paralyzed and stuff. I fuck with him. So I think when I was like 5 years old, I just socked him right in the mouth for some reason, and it got him all upset, and I had to say sorry and all this.
You were 5?
Yeah, I just
With that kind of energy?
Yeah, it was pretty quick. I don't even know why I did it. I remember doing it.
I
fucking got him good. One good one.
I actually
He was pissed.
met your dad for the first time today.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
I look like him, huh?
You do. You guys, he actually, you remind me a lot of him. I see where you get your sense of humor. because you guys kind of crack jokes the same way.
Yeah.
You have the same delivery when you guys are telling a joke. Yeah. It's the same thing, man. It's, yeah, it's out there. So, listen, how important is it for you to have your sisters here working with you?
Very important. Everybody said I would have a relationship with my sisters and told me it would start sooner than that. But I had like falling out with some half of the family, and they were more on that side of the family's, I wouldn't say sides or whatever. I love them. But when I was younger, I was crazy. I didn't give a fuck.
Crazier.
If family talk shit about me, like, yeah, I need to see you.
I'm still kind of like that, though.
Yeah.
I really am.
But they really didn't do anything. They bought used socks, or I don't think it was used. I think they went to the thrift store and they got a lot of money. And I just was like, why are you taking my sister to a thrift store?
So they
rich. But it's more than that. The girls like to go, and
but they would treat your sister secondhand.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, so
we ain't secondhand.
Well, I had that done to me, but that's because I was like the step kid. So it was like, I won't refer to him as anything other than my mother's husband.
Yeah,
his family treated my brother and I a lot differently than our other siblings, and it was
not okay.
It really isn't, because as a kid, like you grow up knowing. But you know what it did for me?
Wrong, man. You're a kid. It's not you.
So that wasn't necessarily a trauma for me. What it did for me is
Well, when you look like your dad.
Well, it created. Do I? It created something. It created something for me where they did things, and I was like, in my head as a kid, I went, well, fuck that. I don't need that. I don't want that. So if you look at me now as an adult, I dress very simple, very plain. I usually typically keep all my stuff for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I don't wear fancy shit. Like, I remember when everyone was wearing designer brand stuff. I didn't give a shit. I was like, dude, because you know why? I idolized like dudes from the 50s as a kid. Yeah. Like, they had jeans and white shirts. Like, I know they called them greasers or whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's a good look.
No, that was just like a classic look. It was like, and who gave a shit?
You think it'll come back?
I do it now. Like, for me to be wearing a shirt that has even letters on it is like totally out of my norm.
Is there going to be a phase, another look?
For me?
You know how there's like the baggy pants, the parachute pants, they had, all those different jean to sagging to...
Everything like...
Think they'll make something new? I don't think you can. We've done it.
Everything's been done?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit.
It'd be kind of funny to see guys wearing baggy pants again.
I'd like to see a geisha just walking around all the time, though. It's kind of funny. Geisha person? Like a geisha girl? What the...
Girls start dressing geisha all the time. Yeah, no, it set that for me. Like, and, this guy, he used to buy the kids, he used to buy my siblings fast food. Now, mind you, this guy's a big fat fuck. He's completely unhealthy and just gross. But he would buy that for them, and then he'd look at me and tell me, like, go make a bologna sandwich. Like, just treated me differently. And all I did in my head was go, like, well, fuck that. I don't even want that. I don't want to eat that. So, like, it created to where I don't eat fast food. I don't do stuff like that, Well,
thank you for doing that to him.
Yeah, right?
Look at him now.
So, but I look at that and I don't crave that stuff, I guess I should say. Like, we'll go get like a burger from In-N-Out like once in a great while, but...
You don't eat very much, or you don't eat that bad, actually. No,
I eat pretty clean.
Did you, before you worked out though, how was your diet?
Before I worked out?
He was big.
Like as a kid?
Yeah, like look. Ding.
Yeah, as a teenager, I learned how to eat big. But it was funny is I learned about dieting through Flex magazine, which is the fucking worst place you could ever learn about dieting from the 90s.
Oh, because they're just normal writers or whatever. Some of them are good writers.
Yeah, but they're writing what bodybuilders are eating.
They weren't though.
No,
the bodybuilders wouldn't give them their actual diet because they didn't want no one to know.
Dude, but when I'm sitting here, I'm reading like eat pancakes, potatoes, and fucking rice.
Oh yeah, what was your thing? It was
I had the 3 Ps. It was
3 Ps. Remember this.
Well, as a kid, I can't do it as an adult. But it literally I'd make pancakes, potatoes, and pasta.
I guess that's what I do.
Those were the 3 things I did as a kid, like as a teenager, to put size on. And then it was always steak, eggs, and chicken. And then I'd eat tuna fish. I won't touch tuna fish anymore.
Hell no.
But those were the things I ate. I ate like red meat, chicken, and a shit ton of eggs as a kid, and tuna fish. But I wore tuna fish out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I did.
You want to know what I ate?
What'd you eat as a kid?
Nothing.
I
weighed about 100 pounds. 135 pounds when I graduated. I was super shredded, and all I did is bike around. I would go like, oh, let's go get a Snickers. Oh, hey, Jerry, you want to go get some Skittles?
You were into fitness, though. Like that was something I got into.
Huh? I was the cool kid. I had like Guido hair. I didn't even know what a Guido was, but here in Vegas, you spike your whole head, turn it black. I did my eyebrows. They look all fucking perfect. Yeah. I'll show you a picture.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's good family stuff. Let's talk a little bit about bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
Give me something, man.
So this is everybody, the breakup thing. That's how I started. That's how you started.
That's definitely
Mine was my first love. His was his first wife.
Getting over a tough divorce.
That was the hardest one.
Yeah. It really saved me in a sense because I was really overweight. I had, my self-concept of myself was fucking destroyed. I didn't know who I was. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something. I need to make some type of change in my life. And I just started making those changes. And mind you, through that whole process, I made a lot of mistakes. Like, I was doing everything to get over the marriage the wrong way. I was literally...
Well, you don't know what to do.
No, man. I really didn't. I really didn't. It was like, mine was full of distractions. And it wasn't shit. I mean...
Well, you grew up with a broken family a little bit. I don't know if it was broken, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know 100%. Too much, but
100%.
You kind of went on your own way or whatever. And
I went through probably about 10 months of distractions. It wasn't until this last September and I started to open my eyes. And even then, I still made a couple more mistakes until probably about January.
Yeah.
And then literally...
What's a mistake, though? That's what I say?
Doing something that you know you shouldn't do. That's a mistake.
That's every day.
Nah.
Oh, fuck, I put my shoe on backwards.
Yeah, but listen, there's things you know you shouldn't do, especially as an adult. You go, I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
And you're in the situation, you go, fuck, I'm going to do it anyways. Like, to me, it was like...
I've been doing that lately. It's not good.
Nah. You really shouldn't.
No.
But it got to a point where it finally came into a good place.
Yeah.
Like mentally, I'm in a great place now. And it's like, okay, physically, everything's going to start coming back and coming together. But you literally have to get there mentally.
Yeah.
Both have to be there in order, I think, to be a great bodybuilder.
We both went, I don't know what the hell I went through, but we both went through something at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bit behind.
Completely. But,
Up and downs.
yeah, I think breakups make the best bodybuilders.
What was your diet when you first started?
With what? Like when I
What
first
was your training split and your first diet?
So my diet was shit because I was following this. I'll never refer to this asshole as a coach. He's a fucking trainer and he has cookie cutter diets. But I was literally eating like the fucking bikini models. Like, I'm not bullshitting you. I think one day I compared my diet to one of the bikini competitors they had, Myra. And I'm not shitting you. My diet was not much different than Myra's. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm over 200 pounds.
So
how in the fuck could I have the same diet?
There's a lot of people out there that don't know what a cookie cutter diet is. What is that?
A cookie cutter diet's like something where it's the same thing for fucking everybody, and it's some bullshit that he probably had written up for him, and he feeds it to his clients. He doesn't do anything to adjust for the weights, for someone that's increasing weight, losing weight. The other bullshit too is his white fish source is tilapia, and I'm telling everyone out there right now, do your research on tilapia. It's a shit fish. It's a disgusting fish. This thing, it eats the poop of other fish. You could poop in the water, and it will.
It's a sucker fish.
It'll eat your poop, and if you poop in the water, these things they're disgusting. They're like carp, and people eat tilapia all the time. I don't understand how people eat tilapia in bodybuilding.
It's a bottom.
It is disgusting, and it's farm. There's no wild caught tilapia.
No, I don't eat fish. Except for raw salmon and stuff.
I have to. So, for bodybuilding, for my first show, I had a lot of weight to lose. I think I had about 40 plus pounds to lose.
Yeah, he had a lot.
And Joe looked at me and was like, "You're gonna suffer." And so it was literally chicken, whitefish, and egg whites for 20 weeks.
Yeah, for your first show, you had to lose a lot, so you had to eat like that. This last one you tried to get ready for, he ended up getting COVID, almost died. Like, seriously, he's still dying. I don't know. But
he's getting a little bit better.
He was on super low carb also, and I think he was you were ahead for a little bit, then got behind. I don't know what's going on.
I got way ahead, I think.
Joe
started.
Joe was watching you. he started fixing stuff. Like, he feels really good.
Yeah, because we got to like 8 weeks, and I was like, you know, I thought I would look like I was probably about 3 weeks ahead.
You're way behind. And then a week later, I'm like, oh, fuck. Hey, Joe. Hey.
Yeah, it happened.
So I'm with
quick.
him every day.
So since then, though, we've just been eating and putting on size. And now it's time. I want to clean up a little bit.
Yeah, Joe's a good coach, though. He's been training. How many shows has Joe done?
I don't know. You know what, though? This is something he doesn't even talk about. He's probably had, in the last year, probably 8 or 9 people compete in shows. Yeah, that he oversaw their diets, their training, everything.
He's a good dude. He loves what he does, though, too.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need anybody to tell him if he's good or not.
What was your
he's the shit.
Your first show, what was your diet like?
3 low, 1 high. 8 ounces of meat every meal. I had 1 steak meal for meal 5. Let me start over. Shake, meal 1 and 6. I had oats, a half cup oats mixed in there. Had some peanut butter. Meal 2, 3, 4 was chicken and rice. 8 ounces chicken, half cup rice, brown rice. Fucking hated it. I did this diet for 3 years. I competed I did 37 shows, but I did 3 years straight like this with no cheating, high, low, high, low, high, low. So I did, meal 5 was steak and brown rice, and then my last one was just a shake with some peanut butter. Or I did peanut butter for a long time. I changed it up, different butters.
That's crazy.
Sometimes real butter, you know.
That's crazy.
I'm just kidding. None of that.
Real
but and then so that was a 3 low carb days. I did half cups. I brought it down a little bit. It was a couple weeks before, but on the 4th day I would do a high carb day, and I'll do double my body weight. So meal 1, 3, and 5 would have a little bit of like raisins or prunes or something like that in it to give you an insulin spike, so your body starts hauling ass. You know, your metabolism will get going, and that's very important with the high low carb diet. You can't just put a bunch of carbs in there and I'm on high carb day. No, there is a good way to do it.
Yeah. So I say we wrap up, but before we wrap up, if for anyone new getting started, for anyone that's going through a breakup and then wants to bodybuild, it's just going like, hey, I need to do something. What would your advice be to them?
Let's fucking go to the gym.
Just go to the gym?
Yeah. Don't get into drugs. It's the wrong way.
Yeah. So my advice would be look at the 2 roads you're about to take, because this is what I went through. I went through 2 roads because I was drinking heavily before I got into this, before I got into bodybuilding. Like it's to me, this is the longest I've ever been sober. Yeah. Not touching alcohol, nothing. Like I used to drink all the time. Like I was, it's called an addiction because that's what it is when you're drinking all the time. Well,
and when you're a bodybuilder and you go hardcore like you're definitely addicted.
So you tell the person, look at the 2 roads that you're about to cross.
Yeah.
One road will lead you down doing the same thing over and over again. This other road is a brand new road. It's unknown. You don't know what you're about to travel. You don't know what you're about to see.
Definitely a better way.
You don't know the bumps in the road.
Yeah.
Go down that new road because you know where that old road leads you. You know that path through that old road. You know the bumps. You know what's going to hit. You know what's going to hurt. You know all the effects that other road has. But take that new road. Take that new challenge. That would be my advice to them.
Definitely, because if you do go the wrong route, it's doing drugs. You're going on the street, and that takes longer to get back. Yeah. And when you do start training and shit, you feel good. You're putting all your anger out there. I cried for 2 hours in the gym every day for like 4 months when I went through my breakup. I was just crying. People.
Thank God I had Joe there. Joe would talk me off the ledge before we even started training.
It is also a demon, though, because you start looking good.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're hungry for more, and you keep pushing. And then you're this crazy bodybuilder, and you're all cocky and narcissistic. So you got to watch for that, too.
That's been my biggest pullback for the last, let's just say, it's almost 6 months now. 6 months of pulling back from dating or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's been a good pullback.
Everybody has their phase in life.
Yeah, we do. But this has been good. So, but that would be my advice. That's your advice. This is
how much you weigh right now?
226.
I'm 235. I'll see you when I'm 245 in about 4 days.
Yeah, hopefully next time I come back next week, I'm down like 220.
I'll be bald. He'll have a beard.
We're gonna switch. All right, man. I think that's it for tonight. Yep. It's Tyler and Rocky from Cape Talk signing out. Thanks.